Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. Well, John Philip Stamos, all right, says, now, is YouTube going to contribute? Because we just had all this contributions on the kick side, and he's got a point. He's absolutely has a point here. We just had a tremendous amount of support from Kick. Are we going to have anyone watching on YouTube reciprocate? Will we get some memberships, a big super chat, or a tip, right? Will we get that from the YouTube viewers? Because we're 2/3 of the way to the goal already. We can hit the goal right now, and then we could be working on a second goal while we play Yakuza, and we could be so close to the pizza party, right? So let's do it. By the way, I absolutely love these Kick animations, right? I like that it shows who gifted and who it went to. It doesn't work on the YouTube side. When you gift on YouTube, it just shows, oh, someone got a membership, but it doesn't show you who gifted because it's all, the YouTube thing's all screwed up. That's why. But I like how it works properly here. Excuse me. SM XXV says, are you putting on a character or is this a gimmick? If so, your detractors are idiots for saying you beg if they don't see the character you're putting on. Do you not understand that? Listen, okay, here's the deal. Let's be real here, all right? Obviously, you know me. You've seen me in those last 8+ months. Actually, at this point, it's been so August, September, October, November, December, January, February, 7 months. Now we're going on month 8, where things have changed for me. Okay, can we be honest? I'm getting way more positivity thrown my way, except for my detractors, okay? People are enjoying my content and supporting it more. Why? Because they liked the stuff I did with Kino Casino last summer, and they supported that, and I took all that support I got, and I completely revamped everything I do from the ground up, right? Right? Look at my setup. Look at the quality of everything I'm doing. Look at the effort that I'm still putting in. I could have just stopped putting in effort months ago, but I'm still putting in effort to improve my content constantly for you, to try to do new kinds of content, different things, fun stuff, to make it interesting. I don't want it to be boring around here anymore. I was boring for 10 years, right? I don't want to be boring anymore. I want to be fun. I want to do different things. And I think what's happened is people are now seeing that, okay? And they want to support it now. They get it. And they're like, okay, I see the effort. Phil has changed. We want him to stay on that path, so let's support that, right? Does anyone think I'm destitute? Do any of you out there feel that I'm like broke? As I'm sitting here in a relatively brand new sweater, you know, in a setup that's pretty much completely new. Everything you see here is brand new in the last 6 to 8 months. You know, my quality is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all this stuff, do you see anything here that says, wow, Phil is living in a cardboard box and he's going to go broke if you don't contribute? The difference is now people support me because they like what I'm doing and they want to see me continue to succeed and improve because I've proven that I can do that, as opposed to previously, I was on here telling you a sob story. Oh my God, I'm in bankruptcy. I can't pay my mortgage. I can't do this. And that's not the case anymore. Get it? It's not. It's better now. All right, we're in a better situation. So people like to see the success and they want to see more success. They like me. They like my content. They like what I stand for, and they want to see that continue. So when I'm on here and I'm like, let's hit the goal. Let's do a marathon. Let's do a reward. Let's do DSP tries it. Yes, that's motivational. And sometimes people need that. Like they say, literally the adage, ask and you shall receive, works. Because some people may be sitting here watching and enjoying and then not even think about contributing because they think that everything looks good, right? But you have to understand that it's through that reciprocation of me making the free content that you enjoy and you supporting it that it's all possible. If it all dried up and there was no support, I wouldn't be able to keep making the content. So it goes hand in hand, right? And so I'm very appreciative of those who do support. But when I'm sitting here and I'm like, Moses parted the Red Sea and you need to get the salty water off the pizza. Do you think that's serious? Does it sound serious? But the problem is my detractors are so stunted that either they think it's serious because they're dumb, or There are people who are disingenuous. They know it's not serious, but they'll say it is because they want to fool the dumb people into thinking I'm a bad person so they can make content and profit off of it. Because again, as I said many, many times, these idiots would not be making the content they do if they didn't profit off of it. Notice they're all monetized now. There used to actually be a time when the content was demonetized. And people like the Sons of Kojima were very morally against monetization of this kind of content because they were standing for, we want Phil to be a better person and a better creator, rather than, oh, we just want to profit off of making fun of Phil. Well, that's not the case anymore. Things have very, very much changed. Now it's all about the money. How do I make a buck? How do I run? You know what I'm saying? So it's really ridiculous. But I mean, obviously, this is not, no, I'm not destitute. I don't actually need you guys to buy me pizza. Do you understand? It's that's not what we're doing. You know what I mean? It's not what we're doing here. That's not the point. But again, you have to be intelligent to understand that. You have to understand some hype and, understand how it works. Again, anyone who has watched Kino Casino for more than 10 minutes and then comes to my content and has the balls to say that I ask too hard, I beg too much, and I do all that, you're out of your fucking mind. Those guys are the consummate professional pros at asking for contributions in a way that hypes their crowd up and then they receive them. But they joke constantly. Look how PPP talks on Smart Guys. Do you think that he's super serious about any of that shit that he's saying? Of course not. But he says, and he gets people excited and people laugh and then they contribute. That's what you got to do. It's called about positive motivation versus negative begging. If I say, I'm going to give you something positive if you contribute, like I'm going to do a special event, I'm going to do a DSP tries it that you control, we're going to do a marathon that you guys give me input on, right? I'm going to get something new. I'm going to do Lego nights. I'm going to buy better Legos, right? Do you see? That's positive motivation. Versus if I'm sitting here all day saying, oh, woe is me, things are bad for me, support me because things are awful. I do now that I'm out of that situation, and I'm not doing that anymore because I don't have to, I see how pathetic that is, how bad that is, how disingenuous that can be. Okay? But I was in a bad situation many years ago, and that's why I had to act like that. Now I don't have to do that anymore, nor do I ever want to return to doing that. So, do you see? That's the difference. So, here's the deal. If you get the shtick, you come, you enjoy the content, and you support it. And that's why I'm successful, because there are enough people out there who are intelligent and get the shtick and like the content. Sadly, there's a bunch of morons who don't know anything because they're dumb as dirt. Like, literally, they're not as smart as the rock rolling down the hill. They're that stupid. So they believe everything. They're gullible morons, and they get fooled by these idiots who make negative content. They don't look into anything. They don't research anything. They just believe everything they're told. And they're marks, meaning they're easy marks. They're dumb enough that they will throw money at idiots because they think that they're doing something good and they're exposing something. You're exposing nothing. There's nothing to expose. But they don't get that because they're that dumb. They actually feel like they're part of a good movement. They're just a bunch of morons. Okay. So, some more support here. Darkside Dabbing gifted a sub to J-Strip. Thank you, Darkside Dabbing. I appreciate that. Now we're up to 107. And I received a $5 tip from Mulciber. I opened YouTube this morning. I'm greeted with 10 videos from idiots. They want DSP to take responsibility for things that he hasn't done. Go insult him. Go attack him. All the things they spread about you, the weirdest one I've heard about you is you stole a man's chair. I did. I burst into someone's house, and I stole his chair right out from under him as he was sitting there. And he busted his ass. It was very embarrassing. But it's something I pride myself on. They called it the swipe of the century. How I scooped up the chair from under the man, and he crashed and landed on his rotund ass. I have no idea what you're talking about. But thank you, Mulciber, for a $5 tip. There you go.
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping.
can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.